The autumn air in Beijing carried a rare crispness as evening approached, but the atmosphere outside the exclusive venue of the Overdo event felt practically electric. Thousands of devoted fans had already lined the barricades hours in advance, their synchronized cheers and sea of illuminated support boards painting a vibrant picture of modern fandom culture. Security guards braced themselves for the inevitable wave of excitement as luxury transport vehicles began pulling up to the red carpet perimeter, signaling the arrival of the evening's most anticipated guests. Among the cascading flashes of cameras and the deafening roar of the crowd, a sleek black sedan glided smoothly to a halt right in front of the media wall. The sleek car door swung open, and the crowd's collective breath hitched as Zhang emerged into the dazzling glow of the spotlights. Dressed in an impeccably tailored dark suit that accentuated his striking height and effortless elegance, he offered a warm, polite smile to the sea of adoring faces that greeted him. Almost simultaneously, a second luxury vehicle pulled up just a few meters away, carrying the stunning actress Wang Churan. Stepping out onto the red carpet, she looked every bit the ethereal vision, draped in a breathtaking designer gown that caught the glimmer of the overhead lights with every graceful movement. A fresh wave of ecstatic shrieks erupted from the barriers as fans recognized her, waving their customized light sticks and shouting her name with boundless enthusiasm. Zhang paused momentarily near the step and repeat backdrop, adjusting his cuffs with practiced grace while waiting for the protocol managers to coordinate the arrival sequence. His presence commanded immediate attention, effortlessly drawing the lenses of hundreds of professional photographers who scrambled to capture every subtle angle of his profile. The murmurs of admiration rolling through the VIP viewing section were a testament to his soaring popularity and undeniable star power in the entertainment industry. A few paces away, Wang Churan was busy charming the press corps with her radiant poise, pausing to pose for a flurry of photographs that would undoubtedly dominate social media trends by midnight. Her effortless grace and warm demeanor instantly put the reporters at ease, even amidst the chaotic symphony of clicking camera shutters and shouted interview questions. She adjusted the strap of her gown, flashed a brilliant, camera-ready smile, and began making her way slowly down the designated pathway toward the main entrance. Fate, or perhaps the meticulous scheduling of the event organizers, dictated that their paths would converge right at the threshold of the grand foyer. As Zhang turned slightly to acknowledge a section of fans chanting his name from the left, he caught sight of Wang Churan approaching from the adjacent VIP lane. Recognizing his colleague, his face lit up with a genuine, welcoming expression, and he immediately paused his stride to allow her to catch up. The moment the two rising superstars came face to face, the surrounding crowd erupted into a fresh crescendo of ecstatic noise, sensing the impromptu photographic goldmine unfolding before them. Wang Churan blinked in surprise before breaking into a soft, glowing smile, gracefully extending a polite greeting to acknowledge his presence. The juxtaposition of his tall, refined silhouette and her graceful, cinematic elegance created a visually arresting tableau that left the media gallery in an absolute frenzy. Photographers practically tripped over one another in their rush to document the spontaneous interaction, their camera motors buzzing like an angry swarm of bees. Flashbulbs strobed continuously, casting a surreal, dreamlike illumination over the grand entranceway as the pair exchanged pleasantries amidst the overwhelming commotion. Zhang politely gestured for her to precede him into the venue, displaying a classic gentlemanly courtesy that instantly won the hearts of everyone watching. With a nod of appreciation, Wang Churan accepted the gesture, walking side by side with him through the towering glass doors that led into the opulent main hall. The heavy oaken glass doors closed behind them, dampening the deafening roar of the street outside and replacing it with the sophisticated hum of classical music and high society chatter. Inside the venue, industry elites, brand executives, and fellow celebrities turned their heads in unison, immediately recognizing the magnitude of the duo's joint entrance. The interior of the Overdo event space was a masterpiece of modern architecture, featuring minimalist chrome accents, ambient purple lighting, and towering floral arrangements that scented the air. Waiters in crisp white uniforms circulated smoothly among the guests, offering flutes of sparkling champagne and delicate hors d'oeuvres on silver platters. Zhang and Wang Churan moved toward the designated VIP lounge area, smoothly navigating the sea of well-wishers and acquaintances who vied for a moment of their attention. As they settled into a quiet corner near a panoramic window overlooking the glittering Beijing skyline, both actors finally had a brief moment to catch their breath. Zhang took a sip of mineral water, chuckling softly as he glanced back toward the entrance where the distant echoes of fan chants could still be faintly heard. Wang Churan smiled warmly, remarking on the sheer scale of the turnout and expressing her genuine gratitude for the overwhelming love shown by their supporters. Their conversation flowed naturally, touching upon their recent hectic filming schedules, upcoming drama projects, and the relentless demands of the public eye. Despite the immense pressure that came with being two of the most sought-after faces in Chinese television, both maintained a grounded, humble perspective that had endeared them to millions. They shared light-hearted anecdotes about their last collaboration, laughing easily and completely at ease in each other's company away from the blinding scrutiny of the media. Nearby, brand representatives and directors hovered respectfully, waiting for an appropriate pause in their conversation to introduce new business proposals and script concepts. The undeniable chemistry and star quality radiating from the pair made them the ultimate focal point of the evening, with every major producer in the room mentally scheming how to cast them together. Linghe handled the influx of attention with practiced diplomacy, listening intently to proposals while ensuring Churan was included in the industry discussions. As the evening progressed, the formal program of the Overdo event commenced, drawing all attendees toward the central stage area where sleek leather seating and avant-garde art installations had been set up. The host took the microphone, welcoming the elite assembly of guests and highlighting the brand's innovative vision for the upcoming season. Linghe and Churan took their assigned seats in the front row, their posture remaining impeccably poised as the presentation unfolded on massive LED screens. During a brief intermission, a wave of celebrity friends and fashion icons approached their row to exchange greetings, turning the aisle into an impromptu social hub. Churan gracefully stood up to greet several senior actresses, engaging in warm embraces and polite conversation that showcased her professional maturity. Linghe stood alongside her, nodding respectfully to industry veterans and effortlessly blending charm with quiet confidence. The ambient lighting shifted to a romantic, amber hue as the dinner portion of the evening was served, accompanied by a live jazz ensemble playing smooth, contemporary melodies. Dishes crafted by Michelin-starred chefs were presented with artistic flair, though most guests were far too distracted by the high-stakes networking and socializing to focus entirely on the food. Linghe and Churan partook lightly in the meal, utilizing the quiet interlude to discuss mutual hobbies and their shared appreciation for modern art. Outside, the Beijing night deepened, but the crowd of fans stationed behind the barricades showed no signs of dispersing, eagerly waiting for the event to conclude so they could catch a final glimpse of their idols. Word had already spread across social media platforms like wildfire, with hashtags dedicated to the duo's stunning red carpet appearance trending globally within minutes. Fan clubs were busy organizing digital watch parties, sharing high-resolution photos and video clips that racked up millions of views in record time. Inside the venue, the atmosphere transitioned from a formal gala into an exclusive after-party, where the music tempo picked up slightly and the rigid seating arrangements dissolved. Guests mingled freely across the sprawling room, clinking glasses and discussing the highlights of the fashion showcase that had just concluded. Linghe and Churan moved gracefully through the crowd, occasionally stopping to pose for casual selfies with brand executives who requested a keepsake of the night. Reflecting on the sheer magnitude of the evening, it became abundantly clear that their joint appearance was more than just a promotional obligation for a luxury brand. It was a cultural moment that captured the zeitgeist of contemporary entertainment, where fashion, star power, and digital fandom collided in spectacular fashion. Their ability to command the spotlight individually while creating an unforgettable dynamic together solidified their status as true icons of their generation. As the clock ticked closer to midnight, the grand celebration began to wind down, with exhausted staff members preparing for the cleanup while the last remaining VIPs bid their farewells. Linghe and Churan prepared for their departure, coordinating with their respective security teams to ensure a smooth exit through the private underground parking facility. They exchanged warm parting words, expressing mutual respect and a hope for future artistic collaborations that would undoubtedly thrill their global fanbase even further. Walking side by side toward the private elevator, they shared a final laugh over the chaotic whirlwind of energy that had defined the entire evening from start to finish. The heavy metal doors slid open, swallowing them into the quiet descent that would lead them away from the glittering glamour and back into the relentless rhythm of their demanding careers. Yet, the echoes of the roaring crowd, the blinding flashes of the cameras, and the electric chemistry of their unexpected union would linger in the public consciousness for a very long time.